this thing for? You're listening to the Triggered Thoughts podcast, blood.
Yo, people, what's going on? You're listening to the Triggered Thoughts podcast, and I'm your host, Verbz.
Myself, the Genuisdan.
Create Thoughts.
We're joined by, you get me, one of our realest brothers from the U.S. You get me?
Big Crypt. Yeah,
Man said it with chest, you know, man said Big Crypt. You get me? Yeah, man, I like that shit, bro. You get me? You know what I mean? What you saying, though? You good, Big Crypt?
Yeah, man, everything good. How y'all doing out there?
Yeah, man, we good, man. You get me? You know what I mean? How are you, genius? How are you, creative?
Yeah, I'm good, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, you two know how I am. I've put it all in the chat earlier.
Exactly. Yeah, and I hear that still. But you're here, you made it, so that's good, you get me? Yeah? Alright, so, you know what? This episode here, I know loads of times when we do episodes, we say that these are going to be, bit of a sticky one, bit of a troubling one, you get me? But this one here is going to be fire! I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you, listeners, from the offset, this shit here is unapologetic. My God! So, if you can't hang with the reality that's going to be spilled in this one here, you might want to do yourself a favor and lock off. But if you want to hear some realness, the truth, even if you don't agree, you know what? Just listen to other people's perspective, because that's how you learn. You get me? Yeah? You might learn something today, because we're going to try and bring you the motherfucking truth. You get me? So yeah, today's episode is negative and racial stereotypes. How you guys feeling about addressing this one today, man?
Yes, sir.
You comfortable with it?
Looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for that.
But that's why we brought you here, bro. It's like, this is right up your street, you get me? You know what I mean? So, creative, how you feeling about this topic here?
Yeah, I'm here for it, man. It's needed.
Yeah? Yeah, man, this one is going to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the motherfucking truth. Yeah, man. So, yeah, let me start off with a little breakdown. So, negative and racial stereotypes. Obviously, I'm wearing a mask, so you guys might not be able to tell, but if you know, you know. I'm a black male, yeah? And if you look on your screens, you can see I'm joined by a whole black team, yeah? And although we are down with racial equality, there's an elephant in the room that needs to be brought out into the open, and today, it's gonna motherfucking happen. You get me? So, negative and racial stereotypes. There's a lot of shit going on in the world that we see, especially on social media. And us, as black people, I would say, that we in our daily lives, we see madness, you get me? Injustices that come our way as black people or even other people of colour. You get what I'm saying? Now, I ain't saying that other people don't go through injustices, but our one is a little bit different. It's got a little bit more chest. You get me? So we're here to talk about it today, yeah? So how I'm going to start this off, alright, I'm going to start off with the murder of Stephen Lawrence. My God! So I'm going to hit you with a little bit of facts here, yeah? So Stephen Lawrence was murdered in the South London area called Eltham in 1993. Because of the failures by the Metropolitan Police to investigate his murder on time, he was murdered by 4 white boys, yeah? And because of the Metropolitan Police's failure to investigate the murder on time at the time. It then resulted in an anti-discrimination principle report by a judge called Sir William McPherson. So this had to be looked into because of how late the investigation took place, which allowed the murderers to be able to be free for a good 3 years before they were brought to justice. So, there was 4 of them. As we stand, a few years ago, I can't quote the year, but 2 of them got brought to justice because evidence was brought back up again. Yeah? So as it stands, 2 of the killers are in prison and 2 of them are still free. It's a mad one, innit? You get me? So this McPherson report investigates the Metropolitan Police, and its findings are that the Metropolitan Police are institutionally racist, and this is the reasons why some of these killers are still at large, and the killers that were eventually brought to justice were brought to justice very late. Now, to give you an insight as to how the Metropolitan Police operate, I wouldn't say all of them, but the actual Metropolitan Police, a lot of them in there operate. One of the murderers of Stephen Lawrence, his name is David Norris. His dad name was Clifford Norris. He used to be a police officer himself. He was retired at the time of the murder. Now, this dad was able to bring in some corrupted police officers to delay investigation, tamper with evidence that allowed the killers to not be charged or not be jailed. So that shows you the levels that the Metropolitan Police the police can go to when it comes to dealing with the death of black people, even though it was racist. What do you guys think about that, man? Let me ask you first, Genius.
Yes, man.
What do you think?
That's evil. You know what I mean, and this is why I don't have no confidence in the Metropolitan Force. They're another form of gang, but they're just corrupt. You know what I mean? These are the people that are supposed to be upholding the law, but they break the very laws that they're supposed to uphold. How does that make any sense? You can't trust these people, man.
100%.
Because what they're very good at doing is plant evidence. You know what I mean? That's why I say to people, it's in people's best interest, man. If you know you're legit, don't even waste your time arguing with them. If you know you're not legit, then you know what I mean? If you've got nothing to hide, then talk your truth. You know what I mean?
100%.
I've been stopped. To be honest, I'm not really someone that gets stopped. You know what I mean? But when I've been stopped in the past, I'm not even with them 5 minutes. I don't entertain them. I don't entertain this, it's because I'm black, or why are you stopping me? And I don't entertain it. Hi, how are you, officer? Is this car yours? Yes. You got a license? Yes. Can I see your license? I ain't got time to be, why are you stopping me? So I don't entertain that, man. I don't. My mindset is different, and this is what I try and encourage everybody to do the same, because if you don't, there's a good chance that you might end up being on the front page of a newspaper. Because you would have been brought into prison, and the chance that you might not even come out.
Alright, Creative, you heard what I said about this whole Stephen Lawrence thing and the murderer's dad, helping to slow down the investigation. What do you think about that shit?
Hello?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Say,
To be honest with you, the police, this is the thing. They're loyal to each other. They're not loyal to us. So everything that they do is in the best interest of them. They don't care about black people. They don't care whether we live or die. They're corrupt. We know this. So when a black person dies, they just come in to scrape up the body remains and laugh and have their donut at lunchtime, whatever they do, they're not serious about us. to be fair, it's not even just the black police as bad as it is to say I've had encounters with, white police, sorry, I've had encounters with black police, and they can be just as bad just because they want to fit in, and it's just like, you would think having people that look like us to support us and be on our side in certain circumstances would help, but unfortunately it's not. But in terms of the white police, I know that Genius seems to think that when I speak, but I don't know.
No, man, you have to speak your experiences. If that's your experiences. Speak it, man.
Yeah, I don't have faith in the white police officers. I've had encounters with them on a few occasions, and it's never been positive. It's not. You're guilty. As long as you're black, you're guilty. That's it. My God! The Stephen Lawrence is pure wickedness. It's absolute pure wickedness. He should have been brought to justice a long time ago. It's just an innocent life being taken, and to be honest with you, it's hurtful to keep hearing and seeing the murders that are going around for our young black men and nothing's being done about it because they don't care. They're just here to scrape us up after the wheel.
100%, man. Totally agree with what you're saying there. And your experiences. If people want to be, if people want to be immature enough to hear what you're saying and label you, we're in the world of labels anyway. It don't take much to be labeled, you get me? But if people want to hear what you got to say based off of your experiences and give you labels, that's up to them. But that's why this episode here is unapologetic, and we're just saying our thing, how it is, whether people want to be pissed off with it or not. Of course, we're not trying to upset people, but we're just speaking the truth, man, from our experiences. So it is what it is, man. My God,
my God! No, it's true. Plus, from what you were saying, Genius, about being stopped, I've been stopped by a police officer, asking for my details. I've explained to him I'm a little bit tired because he's saying that I was driving slower than 20. As far as I was concerned, I was driving 20 or maybe just a tiny bit under, but apparently I was breaking the law. He was saying that attitude. I just had to keep smiling with him and getting on with it. So I was like, it's me agreeing with you and just trying to say to you, look, I'm just a little bit tired, but, I'm going to stick to 20 is an attitude. Then, oh, well.
Yeah, well, you see, even him saying that, it sounded like you knew where he was going. Even you telling me that, I know where he was going with that. So if you continue to explain yourself, even in the most politest way, we know what the outcome would have been, innit?
Yeah, I just stopped and just drove at 20. He even stayed in front of me for a while. I just kept it even at 22. I even upped it a bit. Do you know what I mean? For the sake of peace.
He's behind you?
Yeah, he was in front. He was behind me. He went in front of me.
Oh.
Yeah, Mr. Big Crypt. I know you're not in the UK, but what do you think about that little breakdown that I just gave, man?
No, that's a fucked up situation because they did that with somebody out here. And what year was that? And did that? What year is that?
He got murdered in 1993.
Oh, 93. That happened out here. Something like that happened like that in 83 out here. But that's a messed up situation because they made them get away with murder. It looked like they do it in every state. It looked like it. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And me personally, I get harassed by cops all the time. You know what I mean? So I know how it is. You know what I'm saying? Just walking out of the building, cops stop you out here in America. For real.
That's why we brought you in there, man, because at some point we're going to lead into the similarities and all them kind of things. We're going to do some comparison from the US to the UK, you feel me? My God! You get me?
But I don't know the rules how it is in the UK, but I don't understand how they could kill somebody and just wait 3 years out. They was out on bail?
They weren't even on bail, bruv. They weren't charged, man. Like, they went court, they got cleared, they weren't charged. But you know what? Thank God to the victim, his mum and dad, Doreen and Neville Lawrence. Even though the courts pushed it out, they just continued and was like, boy, you know what? We refuse to give up. until basically they fucked with the wrong black people because these two, they had money, blood.
My God, my God.
You get me? They were educated and they had money and they were like, fuck this, man. We're throwing all the money at it to make sure we get some justice in this motherfucker. We're on your back. You get me? And they bowed down and they buckled to the point where, imagine, the reason why this shit came out is because two women that were friends of the Norris family, which is the retired police officer who brought in the corrupt cops to fuck with the evidence and shit. Two people, Victoria and Naomi Smith, who are related to the family, spoke and gave evidence and said that dad had tampered with the feds, brought in corrupted officers, and was able to bring in the police officers to save his family's reputation, blood.
My God, my God, my God.
They get life out there and out of the UK, what, they get lawsuit money too? Like, how to do it?
In the UK, if you get life out here, life is like, well, I think they've changed it now recently still, but before life was like 18, 20 years.
No, but I'm talking about the victim family. The victim, did they get paid from the government?
Oh, I think they probably would have got compensated. Yeah, they probably would have got compensated. Yeah, I mean, but I don't even think they were on a compensation. They were on a thing like, you know what, they're trying to uphold their son's name and get justice for their son, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's a messed up situation. Like I say, I live that life all the time. You know what I mean? Like, literally, I told you, when you said we gave it, I told you, cops been messing me since I was 11. You know what I said? Just walking regular. So,
yeah,
cops is just, I don't know if you have KKKs out there, but these KKKs who have the job, who get these jobs and mess with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Gina said we got a different version. Our one over here is called the National Front.
My God, my God, my God.
They don't cover their face. They show their face regular, right?
Nah, these ones over here, they're skinheads, innit? Like, they're skinheads and they wear like white t-shirt with jeans and, you know, the Dr. Martin boots with the braces and that.
No, we got that out here. We got that out here too. We got skinheads. They got the old thing, and then they have like the KKK thing.
Yeah, you do actually. Because I remember that film. What's that film called that you lot? American History X.
Yeah.
Yeah, the skinheads in that film. Yeah.
Yeah, we got but we don't have them in New York. We have them in Florida, but the weird stuff, I don't understand these racist people. Because the skinheads have the most black kids. They have mad black wife. I don't understand it in Florida. They have beer. They skinheads in the daytime, but when you go to the night to the carnival, they with their kids and the kids be black, half black and their wife is black. I don't get it.
That's another thing for another episode because you know what I've always said, bro, and I'm gonna be real. Unapologetic comment again. Just because you go out with another race and have babies with them and even marry them, it doesn't mean that you're not fundamentally racist.
You know how I feel about that. That's why I said I don't date them. I don't really want. They cool though, but can't date none of them. They're not my cup of tea. Black people, them black, because they will never understand. And at the end of the day, they're always gonna call us a nigga behind their bread or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's each to their. Go on.
Black people, they mad that black people is too strong, so they bring all the pressure and everything to us, trying to break us down, and they know they can't break us down, so they come up with this way. They stole our land, they steal our jobs, they steal our ideas, they steal everything we do, and try to claim for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do believe Big Crypt. I do agree with the sentiment, but I do believe there are some of them out there that's cool, proper, if you get what I'm saying. Like, they back us, they're down with the thing, if you get what I'm saying. Like, they respect us and they're on an equal thing. But what I'll say is the majority, I think the minority are outwardly racist, but the majority are covert racist. They hide it, but they got racist tendencies that they hide inside of themselves. You get me?
Right. They do. And most racist people, they always have the same line. I have friends that's black. Once you say that, I know you're a racist off the rip.
This is it. From the minute you say that, yeah. 100%. The minute you say that, you're done.
You reckon my neighbor's Jamaican?
Remember, who was it that said that? Do you remember D.L. Hewley, the comedian? He used to be on Comic View.
Yeah, I know him.
He said a line about that. He said, when white people get confronted and they're like, oh, what are you talking about, man? I got 5 friends that are black. And he was like, if you know how many friends you got that are black, you racist to the motherfucker. He said, what do? You stand up at the door and when your friends are coming in, you're like, 1, 2, 3. All right, shit, that's enough. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's true. You know what I'm saying? Really and truly, if you're not racist, you wouldn't see your friends by colour. That's the reality of the matter. You'd be like, yo, if I was explaining that I got a white boy brethren, I'm not going to say my brethren's a white boy brethren. I'm going to say my brethren, bruv. When you see him, you'd be like, oh, right, what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how it is.
I got a homeboy, a white boy homeboy. That he my homeboy, but he don't like racism. He be calling. He like, oh, I hate them other. Yo, and he white. I was like, yo, cuz, ain't you white, cuz? He like, yeah, but I hate them. He don't like white people that's racist, and he go crazy. Even when me and him walking, a white guy was just looking at me funny. I was gonna say something. He jumped before me and started saying, yo, what the fuck you got? Why you looking at my boy for? What happened?
Yeah, I've had a few brethren like that still, you know what I mean? Same way, you know what I mean? They're on it, you know what I mean? They'll back you to the bone, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he know the real truth. Because we literally won't be doing nothing. We just walk in and people just harass us.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, boy, so those stats there, like I said, in terms of the Stephen Lawrence breakdown, it's mad. I want to go down into like, stop and search rates for black people. What do you lot think of these stats? Yeah, and I think these stats might not be a true reflection, but let me go with it. So stop and search for black people, yeah, the stats are in every 1,000, 25 black people are stopped and searched, yeah? For white people, in every 1,000, 6 people are stopped and searched. Now, I would argue that statistic based on my experiences and my friends' experiences and all my peers, not just in South London area I grew up in, but surrounding areas and even up here where I've seen police come, stop people, antagonize people, not arrest them, no paperwork, but they've just bagged them up and then gone about their business. So I would argue with them statistics all day. I think for black people, it's predominantly higher.
My God!
25 out of 1,000?
Yeah.
I lied.
I think it's 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
100%, yeah.
Shit, 9.5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's predominantly higher because I've seen police come and fly down on man. No paperwork, bruv. They're not cuffing you or nothing. There's bad. Sometimes they even put you in the van, drive you down the road, threaten you, let you out.
Yeah, I have experience with my cousin. They did it to my cousin. My cousin walking home from work. He used to work UPS, whatever. So he just walking home. The cops stopped him. Instead of taking him, they brought him to park, beat him, and then send him go about his business.
My God!
90s, back in up here, it's crazy. Like I told you, cops put a gun to my head when I was 11 years old, 12 years old, for no reason. I'm coming from a basketball game, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just walking out, about to graduate. I was about to graduate 3 days later. I'm coming out of the basketball game, walking home. The cops stopped me, searched me. And I'm a little kid, put a gun to my head and said, what you doing out here? I like, it's a game. And then, but I don't like police. You know what I'm saying? They're the worst in the world. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let me just drop something on that, what you just said. You see, Big Crypt, that statement that you said there is perfect. Reason being is, I don't know if you don't remember, I think it was during COVID, there was a footage. Was it in America or was it in England? It might have been in England, in a petrol station where a dad was driving. The police followed him. He pulled up in the petrol station to get petrol. When he got out of the car, I believe he was drinking or something like that, so he was a bit drunk. He had his baby in the car. His baby must have been about maybe 3 or 4, little black boy. When the man got out of the car, the police come to him and they tasered him on sight, bruv. You know what I mean? It must have been England. They tasered him on sight and he dropped on the floor, like didn't break his fall, bust his head, and you see the little kid was outside the car. You know when the babies do that stamp when they're on the spot and they stamp both feet, like in anguish, and he was screaming. Then you see the officer go over to the youth and cuddle him, like cuddle him and be like, like to kind of calm him down. And I said to my missus, you see that? From the youth seeing that now, that's what makes most black people have madness, a mad view towards the police and don't like them, because you say it off right there, that's all you know, blood. You understand what I'm saying?
My God. And no disrespect. That's why I don't really like white people. When I was 7, 8 years old, my mother, I told you this before, we walking on Avenue D in Brooklyn. My mom brought me to the dentist. I told you, a white man, his son had to be no older than probably 12. So if I was like 8, 9,
yeah,
the boy probably was 12, 13. His father driving past, he driving past us because there's a 2-way street out here in Sedona. So when we walking, his son out here, what you doing in the neighborhood, nigga? You black bitch, you bastard. So I was like this, look, I was like, yo, cuz, and this is when I was a kid, so people can't get mad when I say I don't like them and police, because they did this when I was 8, 9, and this is probably, so if I was 8 years old, that probably had to be in the 80s or something, 88. No, if it had to happen in 89 or something like that. Yeah, because this is 89 then. You know what I'm saying? So we're just saying to a big grown woman and the father not just telling me shut up or whatever. And they drove up, U-turn, drive back down, you fucking niggas, and went back up U-turn. Until this day, I said to my mother said, you remember that? I like, yeah, I remember that. I wish I could sit there. No, it's in me, but you know, it is what it is. You know what I said? But yeah, they get traumatized. Traumatized. Anything that bad happens to you, look, you'll get traumatized, cuz. You feel
100%.
me?
God.
And then the sister get mad that we get wicked. Then the sister mad that we crazy for certain situations, or we get tensed up when we see certain situations. That's why I tell people, if you're not black, I don't want you to be saying nigga. I don't want no Spanish. No, if you're not black, you cannot say nigga. And that's how I feel. And people get mad when I say that. They be like, well, but Spanish, they can't say it. Because if I go around and say, yo, what up, Spick? What up? They get so why I have to accept and say, what's up, nigga, for? You know what I'm saying?
But in that defense, I think generally, why are we calling each other niggas? Why do we need to call each other niggas? Why can't we call each other by our names? Why can't we respect one another?
It's true, but they try to make the nigga word cool for us. My nigga, my brothers, that's what it really mean over here, so for the struggle, whatever. But I don't want nobody else saying it to me, though. Even though you're right.
But is it really cool? What we say to one another, is it really cool? You know, is it?
I used to say it, I'm not gonna lie, I used to say it like back in the day still, but then I get to for me, the reason why I stopped doing it is because when we say it, I get to realize other people feel that when they hear us say it, they got the pass to say it too. So I stopped saying it, so if somebody does say it, I'll challenge your clout, you get me?
My God!
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. You know, you sing it in the songs, you do say it. I mean, I'm not really a fuck like that, so I don't really say it, you know. But I get why we say it to one another, but I just think we need to talk to each other like we're empowering each other. We can't be calling each other niggas and bitches and hoes and whatever ish we like to call each other these days as black in black words for one another. We need to stop. I was trying to think of a word. What's it? Enjoyment. I can't even bloody pronounce the word, but you know where I'm going with this. We need to just stop saying it. We're kings and queens. Call each other by our names. Do you know what I mean? That's what we call each other by.
But not everybody's a king and queen. You think these stop hoes?
Oh, no, don't you start, Chris. Don't you start.
Let him say his thing.
If you see girls talk about bitches, talk about my pussy and all that stuff, you're not a queen. You're out here looking like a whole whore. Queens don't say the stuff like that. Queen is all mannerly. You know what I'm saying?
My God.
You be like, yo, what up, bitch? My pussy fat is with all that shit. How that's a queen?
That's true.
Yo, king, you out here. Yo, fucking drink 40 all day. You're not a king. How you a king and you don't even move quiet and silent? Most if you're a real man, we move silent and calm and chill. You know what I'm saying? We out here all loud and doing fuckery. I'm not calling you a king. You don't act like a king. You're a peasant, man. You.
But we can hold each other.
I said you're a peasant.
We can hold each other accountable.
Huh?
We can actually hold each other accountable and say, you know what? You are a queen, and maybe saying certain things doesn't present yourself in that way. I think we need to start holding each other accountable and holding each other up, rather than when we see one doing wrong, instead of saying, okay, you ain't shit, you ain't this, you ain't that, let's try to empower one another. Because
some people are past saving, man.
Yo, yeah. But look, suppose I try to talk to you and be like, yo, don't talk that way. You know, some girls, some guy be like, you can't tell me. I had a homeboy, I don't fuck with him no more. I'll be like, yo, cuz, stop talking loud. You know, I don't like loud stuff around because whatever I be doing. He'll see something like, yo, I'll be like, yo, cuz, I don't like that. He got mad at me. Yo, what the fuck you telling me that for, cuz? It's all going crazy. So some people keep telling him, yo, cuz, simmer it down. They get vexed. So you lose anyway. Then you get tired of talking to them. You're like, yo, I just cut them off. Just start chilling with them. Because I don't really like loud stuff around me. I like move calm and stuff. But all that loudness, I don't like all that ghetto youth stuff shit. You feel me? Even though I'm a ghetto youth.
100%. I get
Fair enough. I mean, I respect you guys' point of view as well. But I think that we need to learn still to start talking to one another and building each other up. We're already getting pulled down by the system. And, you know, pulled down by the people that don't, they love our culture, but they don't love our skin. You know, exactly. So we need to build each other and, like I said, hold each other accountable. We've got to start. Even if people don't want to, you know, you take the horse to the water if they don't want to drink, cool. But we still can hold that standard.
But something we can't help everybody because who you think helped bring us down, bring down black situation, our own black people. They demolish everything. They had just like with the Black Panther Party. They're saying, well, that's the one who killed the other members. We think everybody cool. We talk to them and we preach them, and later on they working for the white man.
Infiltrator.
Yeah, and it's mostly all the black people who doing it. So then who you want to? Even not a good way. Some black man, I worked with enough black people before. And look what them all say. Yo, you don't want to work for the white man. They rob you. All that stuff, right? And they pay you less money. At least the white man robbing me, but your own black man rob you worse than the white man.
My God.
Getting in deep there still. Listen, let's be careful, you know, still. Because our topic was supposed to be about stereotypes and them things there. We're going into rinks in each other, blood. You get me?
I think we're always, as long as you're working, if you are not working for yourself, you're going to be enslaved to something, regardless. Whatever you're doing, if it's not in a positive light and it's not to benefit you in a greater and a higher power, you're enslaved to it. So you might as well be enslaved to something that's going to be more beneficial to you. Do you know what I mean?
True. True.
You say, why work on the field when you can work in the motherfucking house?
My God.
Leave me in the field.
He say,
nigga. I'm not a house.
I said he's on the field.
Leave me in the field.
Yeah, I hear that.
But they were raking us in the field.
And in the house, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
But listen, I need one of you guys to talk any experiences that you've had or you've seen, spicy ones for the listeners, please, in terms of the narrative that we're trying to discuss here, the racial prejudices and, stereotypes.
So I just said, y'all, I think I said both y'all are stuff in your DM with the white boy kill a black girl at 15.
Is that the one? Yeah, I think that's the one that I saw. The one that got out of the car. The white boy got out of the car and shot her in the chest.
Yeah, and then went home and then let him out and nothing happened. See, and this is there, and they talk about slavery stuff like that. He didn't do nothing. He just walk up to her, just kill her, and look, nothing coming out of it. How you go home after that? If I even look at a person, it's a wrap. What's the name? Emmett Till?
Yep, Emmett Till, yeah.
He just look at a white guy to get killed. So this white boy just go kill, and then I don't understand, like, and this is in 2024. It's not last year. This is happening recently, and we still going through the same bullshit. So it's crazy that we still going 2024. But slavery is not is always going to continue no matter what after I dead and all that. Because we thought this would have been stopped 50 years ago, and they still killing black people, and they kill you on camera in front of people and still get away free. understand this world, huh? I don't understand. Like the other day, this is what I don't understand. We had a conversation with Abraham Lincoln. They said they freed the slave, but that was like in 18-something, though. But Abraham Lincoln free black people.
Yeah.
So how the hell slavery ain't fully stopped until years later? That's what confuses me. I don't understand.
They didn't free us for freeing us sake. They freed us because their economy wasn't doing well, and black people were the people that were equipped with all the sufficient skills and stuff like that, if you get what I'm saying. So they let us free, but they found another way to enslave us, if you get what I'm saying. And they set up all the working industries to make sure that we was contained a certain way or couldn't share the same facilities as them, so we were always reminded that we're not on their level, if you get what I'm saying. So they give us work, but we're still being enslaved. And even up till today, when we're working in the work industry, there's been reports in the UK, and I'm sure that it would be the same in the US, but a report came out in the UK, I think a couple of years ago, that said that black people are fundamentally being paid less than their white counterparts for the same role in most industries.
My God!
Sometimes the black man has more experience and more work history, and they still getting paid less.
100%.
But not even that, they do that even with selling your house. Say, I want to sell my house right now. And the people come see me. They'll value my house as a low rate. But if you make a white person in the same house, they rate that higher rate. Like, it's crazy, yo. That's why I said, I don't know, like I said, America is a crazy country. Land of the free is not for black people, man. America is not for no black man. That's why I talk about land of the free is weird. It's nothing to no black person for live over here, sir. To me, you know what I said? They do messed up. Black people, we get paid less money. We get locked up. We get harassed for everything, and no problem. And like you said, like Creator said earlier, our own kind is trying to friend us up. Our own cop kind be trying to talk to us nice and be like, hey. But to help the white man, like, I don't know, man. Just a fucked situation with these racist situation. And I don't understand why some of these cops, all of them don't go jail, though. I don't understand.
True, to get off.
The system protects them, though, innit? They're all part of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They're all part of the same thing. They follow certain policies and stuff like that that was written from a long time ago and may have been adapted, but is still similar, where it protects what they will call the people of the land, and that's the white people. It doesn't protect us, if you get what I'm saying. Even though we live on these soils, we're still deemed as foreigners, mate.
Yeah, but this never their land. They're teaching from the Indian then. I don't know about the UK, but in America, they was here first, and it's stealing from them, establish them, and then even make a stuff called Thanksgiving about it. It's crazy.
But ain't that the same case with anywhere? You go to Australia, the Aborigines, bruv, they've pushed them out of Australia. They're living in deserts, bruv, in wood huts, like in poverty, where they're incurring bad health conditions because they're not in areas where they get fresh air. They're breathing in bare sand and dirt and all these kind of things and getting blind because things is going in their eye. But when they have their independence days or their celebration for the country and stuff like that, they're not acknowledging no Aboriginal people, blood. They're acknowledging only white people. We know what the history is, but the fact remains we're in a time, well, we've always been in a time, but it's more so now where even though you know the history, people stand up in your face and tell you, you're looking at something blue, but it's not blue, it's red.
My God!
Right, that's what I told you. Like I said, next 20 years from now, Tupac and Bob Marley going to be a white man. You know what I said?
Well, this is it.
I have to change the whole thing and be like, yo, those is white people. You feel me? Because look what they do with Jesus. Even that's a whole other topic. That's a black man.
Again, yeah, that's another topic. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean.
So, any black person degrade, they'll switch it to a white man, and we can't do nothing about it. We can't even speak the truth about it. We can't even say nothing about it. Tupac, we have to literally walk on eggshells when you talk about a white person, and we have to be like this when they can talk freely about us. You feel me?
Well, that's why this space today, I described it as unapologetic. You get me? Because at the end of the day, we should be able to speak how we want to speak, even though genius ain't speaking.
My God!
But yeah, like, you know what I mean? So I'm just saying, yeah, like, this is just a disclaimer. I'm outing you there, genius. This is just a disclaimer to people that are listening that are not black, that, you know what, we're not sitting there banging and trying to hurt and trying to disrespect and trying to insult and trying to devalue anybody else. We're all equals, but what we're saying is the way we've been treated, the shit we've seen from our life, throughout our life from childhood up, the shit we've experienced ourselves, it's not an equal playing field. And sometimes, regardless of how they're trying to control the narrative on social media, when you say something on a comment and they remove it, sometimes we have to create our space where, you know what, we can talk about it. And if white people wanted to get involved and wanted to have a conversation, whether we did it on a live or not, be my guest, come true. By the end of the day, if you come true, you have to understand that what we're seeing and what we're experiencing is not a lie. So don't come on there and tell us that we're chatting shit. Come on there and say, I'm listening to you guys. I did not know you went through that. Try and understand the thing. You get what I'm saying? And we can all get on just fine, blood. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean?
My God, my God, my God.
The reality, though, Verbz, is that the majority of them do see what's happening. They do see, some may feel helpless to do anything. Some just don't, most probably just don't care. But at the same time, I think that as Black people, we've got to learn to not accept what's going on because we're never going to accept it. But at the same time, we have to acknowledge that even if they never appreciate us, we have to value and love what we're about, what we do, and keep pushing and pressing forward, because even in the Word of God, it says that you will never get the praise that you deserve in your own country. So that's exactly how it is. We just have to keep pushing and doing us and embracing that, because the hard truth and the reality is we're never going to be accepted, not the way that we want to be accepted. We'll accept everybody else, but we're not going to. But just like Jesus died on the cross and suffered, and like we know he's a Black man, the same is for us. We have to walk, we have to suffer, and it's not fair, but it's a part of life, and we just have to walk through it. I'm not saying accept things, but I'm saying be great for you and don't have no expectations from any other race. If they do want to come and walk with us, we're here. We'll accept it. But if they don't, we're going to keep walking regardless.
Right.
Beautifully said. That was nice.
I want to touch on it.
Yeah, fire away, genius.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened in the initial beginning, because obviously it crashed. So what happened? Do you remember what I was talking about initially? So I was saying basically, yeah.
I know what you're saying, because I kind of agree with what you were saying. You were saying like when the police pull you over, you're supposed to just stop even do you right. Yeah, police stop me all the time. I'm not.
Yeah.
I know my rights, because I'm showing them I know my rights. Put my character recording, because every time you make them cops, sometimes it might not work, but once you tell the cops, yo, you can't pull me over, what's the reason for pulling them over and start recording? It might save the next person, making them stop doing it. But if they keep stopping it, even though your paperwork is right, and you say, yo, okay, here's my paper, they'll be like, we can do it again, and keep on harassing anybody else, because they're going to stop.
Yeah. Do you know what?
All that, yo, cops don't play with me out here, cuz. That's why some people be scared they might kill me one day. If it is, but everything will get recorded to them, because I know my rights and everything. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like this. When you pull me over so far, so like one time they'd be like, yo, pull your window all the way down. I'm like, no, you can hear me once it's cracked. Here's my license registration. Where you coming from? That's none of your business. Just take my paperwork. That's all I say. Oh, where you going tonight? That's none of your business. Check my paperwork. Everything right? Thank you. And they get mad. Like I'll be balking. Yo, I got it on tape. I got so much stuff I can send them a DM. And I'll be like, you feel dumb, right? You thought my papers work. Look at it. Because even don't give them no rights for nothing. Because look, you see how you tell them to pull over? They could be like, all right, since you know you legit. I know you don't wrangle or bang on them and all that stuff. You know you legit. I'm legit. Sometimes, whatever. But I'm like this.
Allegedly, you're not allegedly.
Oh my God!
If you give the permission to do anything, yeah, you won't be like, all right, here's my license stuff, and then when they feel like it, now look, you did everything right, and then they'll be like, let me search your car. You'll be like, okay, And then if they feel like being a dickhead, oh shit, what's this crap at? You're gonna be like, hold up. See, when you do, don't let them in your car, do it the right way. I'm not doing that, man.
Let me say something quick before you jump in, Genius. I side with you, because the same way that you carry on with the American police, that's the same way I carry on with the UK police, bro. I don't play games with them. When they get out their car and they're looking to come towards me, if I'm walking or if I'm in a car, I will literally approach them first and be like, what do you want? Do you get me? Can you just stay over there at that distance and don't come too close, please, mate? You know what I'm saying? What is it you want? I'll cooperate with my details. But other than that, I got places to go. I'm a big man. I'm a working man. You get me? Yeah, I ain't got no criminal records. What do you want? And when I say that to them, they're like, you just like you fit the description of. Sometimes they've said that, and I'm like, bro, I told them straight, fuck all of that, man. I just told you I'm not a criminal, bro. If you want to radio through my name, cool. But even the mere fact that you're saying I fit the description of, once you radio through and it's clear, I want an apology from you, then I go about my business. And you know what? I make them apologize, blood.
My God, my God.
Yeah, me. Simple and I bad them up all the time.
I know they probably use that in every country. That means all the countries where they go against black people, you fit the description. I even know they do that in the UK. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Just to piss you off. Just to piss you off. Listen, one time quickly, I was with my brethren in Crystal Palace and the feds saw us and I said, they're coming for us, bruv. You hear me? In the dark, like midnight, they reversed up to us and I said to my friend, don't say nothing. Let me do the talking. Just be quiet. If he had listened to me, bruv, because I knew what they were going to do, he wouldn't have got nicked. He opened his mouth. He started swearing when they started to say you fit the description of people that have been stealing vehicles. I laughed at the Fed and I said to him, do I look like I'm in a stolen car, bruv? Yeah? And then my friend started getting mad. What the fuck are you talking about? Straight away, I see the cuffs on him. When the Fed was trying to come for me, I was badding him up saying, I refuse to make you arrest me, bruv. And he's pulling out the cuffs and saying, I'm arresting you on suspicion of... I just said, no, I'm not. And I put my hands behind my back. You get me? I was shoulder barging him. And when he sent for the van and said that we was being aggressive and the van come with 8 of them, come out or whatever, I just said to them, can I speak to you officers for a second? All calm and that. And they were confused because as far as they'd been told by him, we was aggressive and resisting arrest. So when I was speaking politely to them, they're thinking, this don't fit the description of what my man radioed through. You get me? And I told them, I explained to them the situation. I come out my friend's house. These men come and antagonize us. They're trying to nick us for no reason. They got my brethren in cuffs. I won't let the officer arrest me. Can you just radio me through and let me go home away from this prick, please? That's what I said, by the other officer. And then the officer started laughing at the officer that I said it to. Do you get me? So I read him my details and then I said, am I free to go? And he's like, yeah. And I went and I said to the officer, fuck you. Next time I see you, I'm going to antagonize you. And guess what? I saw him 2 weeks later in one of my brethren's shop in Croydon, bruv. You hear me? And I saw the officer come in because something happened in the shop. Officers got called, they came in, and I heard the voice. And I said to my brethren, just play along with me, bro. Just pretend that the shop's my shop. You hear me? So he was like, yeah, you're right, cool. So I said to the officer, what are you doing in there? And the officer remembered my name, He said my name. I said, rah, you remember my name? I said, bruv, do you remember what you tried to do to me last time? And he's like, that was just a routine, cool, we saw you. And I said, bruv, enough of that shit. You're in my property, this is my shop. You are trespassing, pussy. Open the door and walk right back out. You know what I mean? And he was like, are you being serious? I said, get out my shop, blood. You're trespassing. The man had to walk out the shop. I told his other female officer that was with him to take a seat and sit down and watch the tennis, blood. She sat down. You know what I mean? While he was outside, blood. So, yeah, boom. That's how we deal with them. You get me?
My God, my God.
So, me and you the same.
Yeah, man.
Me and you the same.
100,
bro. If I can show you the videos of that, I slap their hand. They're gonna be like, yo, sir, you can't slap me. And I'll run up to them. And then I'll hear them. They say, yo, give me my right to know card. They have to give it to you. When they harass you, I'll be like, give me my right to know card. They'd be vexed. They'd be like, how you know all this? One of them say, well, how you know all this?
Please,
don't worry about it. Just no, give me my right to know card. Because you could press charges on them. And once they up here in America, once they handcuff you, you can sue them. Even if they take it off, it's automatically sued. And I don't play with them, man.
Seriously?
Yeah, if they put handcuff on you in America, you be like, are you detained? Am I detained? And they be like this, no. Then I'm leaving. Then they be like, no, you stuff. I'm like, well, I'm leaving with my counsel. I'm leaving. But once they put handcuff on me and they be like, no, we have to handcuff me. For what? They don't tell me. They put a handcuff and they take it off. Lawsuit right there. You know what I mean, sir?
Okay.
But a lot of people don't know their rules. some people just want to be like, forget it's nothing. Nah, I don't play with them. I don't play with them, man.
Yeah, it's true. You can't accept it. You keep accepting it, it's going to keep going on. So I do understand where you and Verbz are coming from. Although I'm like, mate, I want to go home, mate.
When I run up my mouth with them, I don't run up my mouth with them. I don't run up my mouth with them aggressively, creative. I'm kind of civil and calm, but I'm firm. I let them know. Yeah. When I speak with my tone, I let them know I'm not playing with you lot, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I just want to, if you come in for me, do your thing and just go about your business, innit, if you know what I'm saying. That's how I talk to them. I'll cooperate. But do your thing fast and let me go. But what I'm not going to let you do, I've had gunman police come for me, blood, for somebody else. And thought I was someone else, and they come surround me and another couple of youths that was on the bus at the time, and they made the youths come off the bus and they pulled down their trousers on the main high road outside Brixton. They had their trousers down with their boxers out, and they were searching them. And I saw the two youths next to me, and they come to me because they had the guns. There was like 10 of them with the guns in it, and they come to me and they were like, we need to search you. You got anything you got? You shouldn't have. I said, bruv, let me tell you something. You're not fucking searching me like that, bruv. I'll cooperate, but you ain't doing that. I'm not no criminal. You ain't incriminating me in public, bruv. So hear what I'm saying. You're going to have to find a new way to do it, because that me not accept, And he was like, oh, okay, all right. Have you got anything in your bag that you shouldn't have? And I was like, no. He said, can I search it? I was like, yeah, cool, no problem. And he just tapped it, opened the top of it, shined the torch in there, and let me go. But it's because I told him I'm not accepting that. They didn't know, so they had their boxes out of road, blood. Not me, blood, no way.
My God!
Yeah, that's the thing. I do agree. That's why I said I do agree with the way you and Crypt deal with things, because you have to stand for something. Otherwise, they're going to keep taking the mick. So I think we do need to learn the law so that we don't have to deal with their disrespect, but at the same time, we don't have to get caught up with being like, who was it that said we're not on the front page, the newspapers? I think it was Crypt that said that we're not on the newspapers.
Genius said it.
Oh, Genius said it, that we're not on the front newspaper by the next morning. Do you know what I mean? So it's having a balance, but we do need to learn the law, because they do like to take the piss.
Yeah, you can't be aggressive.
You get up on the paper.
Yeah, you can't be aggressive though.
Well, even when you don't do nothing, you still end up in the newspaper. So either way, I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? It's a double-edged sword.
The thing is, Big Crypt's cooperating with them. He's saying he's going to hand them his license and whatever not. But when they're asking him extra questions, he's saying no. And I understand that, because when I've been with my brethren and they stopped my brethren because they thought he was drink driving, and they had me stand up outside the car with my brethren, he started asking me questions. Where you coming from? What do you do for a living? How comes you got these trainers on? How can you afford that? I said, bruv, I'm not asking none of these questions, What are you asking me? But they're asking you so you say something that incriminates yourself, blood. You get me? So I'm not answering none of your questions, blood. Take your hands out of your pockets. No, I'm not. It's cold. You get me? You can't tell me what to do, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
In the UK, in America, this how they try to get you sometimes. I don't know if you do UK. They'll stop you and ask you. They phone you right there, be like, yo, do you know how fast it's going? I'm like, nah. Because just in case they want to give you a ticket, do something, you have to keep it with that same situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they be like, you know how fast, I was like, nah, you tell me, because what you pull me over for? And then they'll be like this, what? What you just said? I say, you tell me. What you pull me over for? What's the reason? That's why I go in. I don't play with them. And but like registry, I'll give you that with no problem. But if they start talking about open door, I'm like, nah, open the doors. What? You have a warrant to do any of that thing there? And then they be like this. Oh, you think one cop knocked them out? I got so much I could bring out. I got a cop. I'm sitting in my car with the keys off because I know how to do it. Because when you have the keys on the ignition, I know all the rules. So I've been through this since I look at you, so I know everything. So I had the door locked. Look at them. They ran up and tried to pull the door, but my door locked. I always keep my door locked. They're like, open the door. Like, for what? I was like, I ain't driving. I'm like, fuck out of here. I know my rights. And I say, see my license? And I'm not driving. And the keys is over there. They said, it's people like you who don't listen to. I'm like, people like who? But you know these races right there. People like you. What do you mean by that? You know what I'm saying? White cop. What you say? What people like you mean?
You got to stay in your car, because otherwise they're going to rough you up to do God knows what if you come out of your car and then claim you choked on the button and...
And he took his license out. I seen many a man. I seen in America they'll tell you, bruv, when you stop by the police over there and they tell you to get your license and registration out the glove box, and you go in there, they're like, he's reaching for a weapon and open fire on you. So you have to take your thing out before they even come near your window, blood.
Fact.
What these idiots said? They told that did that to me. He said, I'm an idiot. He said, you people. There's a store across the street from me. He's like, the store got robbed. Across the street. So I said, you fucking idiot. I was like, so I'm going to rob the store and come sit down across the street in my car? He was like this. You know what people do. I'm like, you're a fucking fool, my youth. I'm going to rob across the street in front of us because my car was right in front of and sit down in the car after I robbed them. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you idiot. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true, but some of the shit they come out with, man, it's disrespectful. Like, when you got knowledge and you're not stupid, the stuff they come out with, they rely on you not knowing nothing about the law and rely on your ignorance and you not being educated. So when they come with certain things, you're like, brother, you insulting my intelligence or what, bruv? When you say that to them like that, they have to double back, like, rah, this guy knows his thing. You know what I mean?
Right, that's why they be so tight. They dumb. Police officers, they don't know. Some of them don't even know their own rules. Some of them don't even know their own rules. When you scream to them, yo, go call your captain. Because some now say, go call your captain because you can't do da-da-da. And look at them. And then after the captain be like, yo, leave him alone, man. Leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't play with them, yo. But that's what it is. Us black people need to start reading some of the laws. Like, if you drive a lot, learn the law for that. Shopless frisk, learn everything, all that. Because you have to have a reason to do anything.
100%.
You can't just say.
Well, this is the thing. Even when you know the law, they want to get upset. Like I said, when the police officers got me, I think I said to him, I haven't broke the law. That's what I said to him. I haven't broke the law. I'm doing what I'm driving how I'm supposed to drive, and he's getting pissed off with that. So sometimes even when you know the law, they just want to start. They've got nothing better to do, you know. So
once you got this, this is my gun. Once you got this is the worst that they happen to them. That's why they hate this. Because once you bring the camera and stuff, you could have been like this. I'm driving regular. I'm tired of that. They would have been like this. Once you have this, they can't say nothing because what they say, they can't take my phone. They have no warning, have no reason. The phone is the best thing. The camera on this camera, I don't know if y'all got it in UK. They have to have a camera on. And then this, when we have our own camera to tape, yo, I got permission to tape. I'm letting you know I'm taping me too. So for my safety. And they be like this. You should see their face, man. That's why.
Some of them have the nerve to tell you that you can't film, but that's a lie, bro.
It's a lie. Because in America, say I'm filming you right now and they put a flashlight on your stuff, you can sue for that too because you're not supposed to do that.
Right, yeah.
Like this, and because the reason they do the flashlight so they could block their face and not do what they're doing. So when I do that, once they put flashlight on me, yo, right to no call, give me a badge number, everything. They have to do, especially when it's on camera, because that's illegal. Everything they're doing is mad legal stuff. So once you know the rules, you're good money. You know what
I think this would be a good topic to cover, though, wouldn't it? Next time.
100%.
The laws, so that everyone kind of knows the laws, especially, you know, so whoever, especially young black people, young black boys, because I know they like to, you know, and this isn't a racial thing, although it's coming across that way. But they stop a lot of black boys. At least if they know their rights, they can, you know, stay out of the cells. Yeah, they can just stay out of the cells, mate. Because a lot of the times, because they don't know their rights, they get ignorant, they get angry, and they respond. But if they know their rights, they're going to stand in that.
But I would also say,
they don't like it.
I'll also say that there's some. When you're saying that statement about the black boys and stuff like that, any boys, regardless, yeah, I'll also say there's some boys out there that are black and other boys that are of other races as well that are, no disrespect, but fucking dickheads.
Yeah. My God!
They behave like idiots. They attract police attention. They're wild. They got no morals. They got no manners. They got no fucking common sense. They're violent. They're this, they're that. What we're saying is for the people them that don't operate that way, innit? And you use what we're saying to help get yourself out of situations. Those pricks that I'm talking about deserve to be locked up because they're idiots and they're fucking dangerous to themselves anyway.
My God! My God!
You know what I'm saying?
like I was saying, it's just generally, I just feel like if we put the law out there for them to know, for us to even learn for ourselves, at least we know. You know, the ignorance, we take the ignorance away because we know now. So that's what I'm saying. But yes, there are some youth that are out there that need some self-control and discipline, of course. We can do it for that too.
100%. Let Genius roll with the thing. I think Genius wanted to roll with what he was saying from before. Still, Genius. Take the floor, man. Take the floor. In terms of you being stopped and that.
Big Crypt, please be careful, man.
Hey, I'm good because God loves me, isn't it?
Because I've uploaded videos where even people are filming and they still get shot. I remember the one I never forget is the black woman that was in the car. She goes, "You just shot, officer. You just shot him. I've got
the kid in the back." That's when he had his kid in the back.
Yeah, and he just started to slump down. And she goes, "You just shot."
Yeah.
He's got his license. Yeah, it was. So it's like they're killing you on camera, they're killing you off camera.
Is that the one where the black woman done? I think is that the one where the black woman done very well to kind of keep the police officer from panicking, because after he shot him, he was panicking and moving like he was gonna shoot the woman as well, but the woman was kind of talking calm. Yeah.
Yeah. But put your hands up. She goes, look, put your hands up. Yeah, it was going crazy. Man,
bloody disgusting.
You see, Crypt has got a good point, you know. Like, it's a hard one, man. But all I do know is I can't entertain these people, man. I can't. I got family to go home to.
You know what, though, Genius? You're right still, but you see, if they cut you, you've probably been very fortunate not to get the pussy old feds that come with an agenda, blood. When I mean they come with an agenda, like the ones that stopped me and my brethren out of road, blood, they came with an agenda, bruv. And sometimes from our experience in the UK, you can get a van full of them, blood, where there's all like 8 to 10 of them in there, and they're all coming with an agenda. So no matter how much you're being cool and peaceful, when they're on the thing like we're coming out to bad up some black hombres, you know, blood, and they see you, you're gonna be the victim, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
My God!
Regardless of how calm you are, bruv.
I might invest in that.
You got quotas out there?
Huh?
Quotas. Where at the end of the month, you have to get a certain amount of rest. They do that in the UK?
These feds are idiots, man. They don't give you nothing, bruv. You can try and apply for things, but they drag the shit out so long.
I'm talking about the cops. They got this stuff called quotas. So say they arrest 2 people for the whole month because you have to have a certain amount of arrests out here. Say like the 30th or the 29th, they gonna go out. That's you see how they go in the van. They drive in the van and start fuck with the whole hood and start arresting them so they get their quotas up. Because if you don't get a certain amount of arrests, they fired or some shit.
Yeah.
So
I believe that happens, you know. Still, I've seen them come out like that, especially like in Brixton and that, like on the high road when they used to go on the front line and go clean up all the Jamaicans out there. I've seen them do that, bruv.
Yeah, that's what they got out here. They crazy. They say they don't got a certain amount of rest. Literally, you could be like, they just literally stop. Sometimes they stop one van. They'll stop. Say you get arrested 2 a.m., you'll probably be in a car because they drive around the whole hood, fuck with people till 2 a.m. in the next day to pull up the whole van to go to the precinct. Should be crazy out here, man.
That's mad. That's wild.
Genius, we need to hear you. Haven't said much tonight. You got any?
He tried to, but he got cut in his defense. Go on, Genius.
Remember, initially the internet, isn't it?
Go on, Genius. Go on.
You lot are frozen now.
Me as well.
Now you not frozen. It's only Genius.
Yeah, I ain't frozen.
Only Genius frozen.
Am I frozen?
No, you ain't frozen.
It's only Genius frozen.
Yeah, Genius is frozen. He's free now. He's free. Go on.
Okay.
Genius.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, initially I was the one that went first, isn't it? So
yeah.
It's kind of been a bit shocking, man. It's kind of thrown me off a bit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think this software is like taking set against you, like how Instagram does.
My God!
Yeah, it's a bit mad because it just froze again. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bloody hell, man.
Good though, right?
I was saying, yeah, it's a hard one, man, with this this police situation. And you're right, Verbz. I'm just fortunate, to be honest with you. I'm not really someone that really gets stopped, to be honest with you. And even sometimes I remember when I dropped my car off the other day, and I was walking, and it was a quiet road, and I saw the police going past. They're not in trouble with me for some reason. I don't know. I'm just really.
I know why they don't trouble you.
Why? Church boy energy.
My God! Because of the way you break, because of the way you look, and which is a good thing. They just don't bother with you.
Yeah, I wear tracksuit bottoms. I wear tracksuit bottoms. I wear caps. So I don't know.
He's got a gold tooth.
I think they can just, it's just the characteristics. I think you just carry something that they're just like, nah, he's pointless. They go for a certain type, don't they?
Yeah.
Look like it. I guess I'm their favorite type, you see me?
Me too, man. They fuck with me all the time, man. You know what I mean?
But I'll be honest with you, but in terms of, we need to obviously leave a positive message for anyone that might see this, that are constantly being harassed by the police. If what you're doing isn't working, then you need a different approach. Because I constantly see, why are you stopping me for? The worst I saw was in Catford with the man and his daughter. He's going on crazy with his daughter. And I'm like, brother, man, you're with your daughter, man. And one of the police officers carrying the daughter, he's right there roughing him up. It's embarrassing, man. I guess everyone's got their honest. Who am I to say how someone should respond and deal with something? But as for me, I know myself. I can't entertain them like that, man. And because I know that's what they expect, you know what I mean? Oh, why are you stopping me? My approach is different, man. You know what I mean? And I think as well, I don't have anything on me that I shouldn't have. I've never smoked weed in my life. I don't carry any I don't carry
goody two shoes.
I've never tried it. I don't even I don't have any weapons on me, no gun, no knife. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it's like my heart's not racing 100 miles per hour. You know what I mean? I'm not thinking anything negative. So, even with the last time which was about 2 years ago when I was in and out of traffic in Greenwich, and the guy, undercover guy, was behind, and he told me to pull aside. And I was with the kids at the back, and he said, I was just stopping you because I saw you was in and out, He said, is this car yours? I said, yeah. He said, have you got a license? I said, yeah. And then he went, put it through, and then came back. He said, I just stopped you because, you was in and out. Just be careful. It was all right. You know what I mean? It was all right. I can't even lie. So my message to people out there is, like you guys have said, if you got your phone, that's good. Body cam, that's good. But just in terms of the attitude, just don't, because they love that. They love that, man. The minute you start swearing and effing them, they love that. Especially, I don't know how they are in America, but over here, Big Crypt, they love that. They love the attitude. They want an excuse to trouble you. You know what I mean? They want, and I refuse to give them that. I refuse to give them that excuse, man. I refuse to act in a way that they expect us to act as a race. I can't do that. You know what I mean? I'll put them in a place politely, and just leave them, with a different thought process. Yeah, it's mad. I don't know, man. I feel that we've lost too many people in police custody. I'll give you an example. Look at the guy Raphael. The young man that died. He had a fit in the car, and then the ambulance turned up. The ambulance had the audacity to say, "Oh, he made a remark. He just started to have a fit when he was getting arrested."
He's pretending, isn't it?
This is the UK?
Yeah. UK? That's bad. And he was genuine, though. That's bad. And the guy died, then he had to have a fit.
They arrested and he just died in the UK.
So what happened? He was speeding and found out he had drugs. I think he was under the influence of cocaine. So they handcuffed him.
But he also suffers from fits.
Yeah, but also he I can't remember. He had a fear of. He goes, are you going to handcuff me? He goes, please, am I going to? Yeah, am I going to go in the cell?
He said, I think I'm going to die.
No, that's in the hospital. But when they arrested him in the car, I think he was not classic. He had a affair or something, and they sat him in the car, and then all of a sudden he had a fit. And that was heartbreaking, man. I popped that video up again the other day, man, for awareness. That was very sad, man.
Yeah, they stood there acting like he was pretending, innit?
Yeah.
It's only after, I think, the couple of fits, like maybe the second or third fit, they started taking it more serious, but by then it was too late, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a black youth?
Yeah.
Do you not see it? I sent it to you, man.
Essentially, but like what Verbz said earlier, yo, he put himself in that situation. You know you're on drugs. Why you doing drugs, doing all that crazy stuff anywhere? You know what I'm saying? Play the devil advocate. Certain stuff where you know you're doing, don't do it. To me, personally,
he didn't deserve. He didn't. But even though he done that, still, I do get where you're coming from, Big Crypt. But he didn't deserve to die, even though he done that. And it's the police's duty. Police's duty to make sure that you're safe. They have a duty to safeguard you. And if they got you in their car and they know that you got narcotics inside of you, they need to be aware that if you start fitting or behaving in some uncharacteristic manner, like, you know what I mean, like you're looking unwell or something, they're supposed to notify, get you to the hospital, get the necessary checks done or whatever not. But they left him and they were basically debating as to whether he was serious or not. But by then, he was dead, innit?
Yeah.
Huh?
Mad.
In the UK?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened out here too long time ago. Some guy, he had drugs, everything because he saw the cops. That happened in America too. That's crazy. We had the similar stuff happening. That's crazy.
Have you seen? You know what? On the flip side though, have you seen the one with the white elderly lady when she was in the hospital in America? And the hospital said that they didn't want to see her because she didn't have insurance. So then the security was outside with her and then handed her over to the police. And because she was old and like, you know, obese, when they got that big ankles and stuff, if you know what I'm saying, like diabetic sort of look kind of. Because she was old like that or whatever, they were like, oh, she's disgusting or whatever like that, or I'm not bringing her to no other hospital or something. And then she was begging, like, please, you know, I'm really unwell, I need to go to another. And they threw her in the back of the police car, bruv, sideways. She was struggling to breathe, she was begging, and you can hear them saying, I need to wash my fucking hands, man. Like, she's disgusting, man. I probably got shit on my hands and the woman fucking died in the fucking police car, blood.
My God!
Absence of duty of care. And I know she was white, but she was probably being discriminated on because she looked like she was one of them poor white folk.
My God!
Wickedness. It's pure wickedness. It's not even about colour at this point. It's just they have to just do your job. Do your job and do your job right. Stop taking the mick, because this is the thing. They get away with so much stuff. We do something, you're getting locked up. You're getting beaten up. You're getting thrown in jail. There's so many people that are in jail for things they have not done. You know what I mean? Just because they're being discriminated against, and it's not just black people. So it's unrighteous, man. It's not on.
100%.
Yeah. It's true. It's sad, man.
It's another form of discrimination, innit? And I'm guessing her discrimination started because she never had health insurance.
My God!
So, you know, that's the thing that you're supposed to have in America. So from there, they judged her straight away probably as somebody that's poor. You get me? And just left her in that situation.
So you should die because you're poor. This is ridiculous.
It was white, but from another white country that the other person messed with, because that's what I said. If it was a white person, they always let them slide. I don't know. She probably a Jew person saw their son. Who knows? There has to be a different reason too sometimes, because people be doing that's some wicked shit doing, but damn.
Yeah,
it don't matter what the reason is. They just shouldn't have done it. They just should, but they do. They they don't care. They don't give a damn.
People with power love to try to use it because they're really punks outside of that. You know what I'm saying? That's why cops mess with some of the black people. Probably a black man took his jail or something, or he was picked on in school or a football team or something. Something happened, but they like white people just like power, and they feel when they see this era, don't care about none of that racism shit, we ready to box you up. They don't like that. They swear this is back in the days where you could tell us, yo, go over there, boy, and that type of talking. And then when we say something back to them, they get vexed. That's why they do. That's why now they pull the trigger on us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not back in the days where they can just say, shut up, boy, or go do this. That's their problem. They're vexed. You know what I'm saying?
100. When I saw that video with that woman, man, I ain't gonna lie, I was watching it and I was disgusted, man. I almost felt like I was gonna cry, blood. And like, just to see somebody treating another human being like that, I was just like, nah, man, this is madness. But you know what? That's the difference with me. Even though, and us lot, even though we're singing what we're singing on there and exposing our experiences of, you know, racial stereotypes and stuff like that, I can see somebody else being mistreated and still have empathy. Whereas when I, unfortunately, sadly, disappointingly, when I look on social media and I see videos of innocent black people being shot dead by the police or being attacked by somebody else or being murdered or being mauled by a dog or whatever it is, when I look in the comments and I see a lot of the white people in the comments, bruv, the comments show me that you guys have no empathy for black people. Not all of you, but a lot of you in the comments are filling them up, and you got no empathy for a black person when they're going through some kind of injustice or some kind of pain or some kind of torture, yeah? And again, I'll say it again, I've seen dogs get shot to death by the police, or I've seen dogs get run over on videos, and I see more empathy for them than I see for black people.
Yeah, I said the same thing, innit, Genius? You put up something where they're standing outside their house making one bag of noise about the dogs. Now, don't get me wrong, that you shouldn't be shooting down dogs, but at the same time, you know, it's a dog, a human life. Make it make sense. Do you know what I mean? But I did.
Not human life, black life.
Yeah. Yeah. you know, Crypt's gonna say it. But I did have the same thing as well today. Someone in the comments on the post that you put up, Genius, asked when I said that I forgot what I said, but the guy was like, what did he say to me? Something about
Actually, he was saying, how do you know it's racist? Some crap, innit?
Yeah, that was it. And I was like, mate, you jump out of your car, you didn't steal nothing from her apart from her life. Tell me that's not a racial. Of course it was racial.
True.
Creative.
Yeah.
Creative. Remember when I said earlier, sometimes you're going to look at the wall and swear blind that when you look at the wall it's blue. And there's people out there that will stand up next to you and be like, what do you mean it's blue? It's red, mate. Yeah? That person in those comments, they're one of them people. You can't waste your time with them people there, arguing with them. Now listen, because there is fools out here, like I said, that have no empathy for black people's situation. When that girl that you're talking about in that video got shot in the chest dead, no reason at all, no alibi, no motive, no past madness, just walking past and got set on by a racist. There is people out here that see that shit and they enjoy that shit. And when you put up racism, bruv, they'll cancel it out and make you second guess. And if you're not strong-minded enough, I've seen people and know people that a video comes out, let's just say it's a George Floyd situation, not just that, but another situation like that. And originally when they're talking about it, the black people are saying, yo, man, this is upset me, man, this is racist, man. We need to come together as a community and unite and make sure we do better to avoid stuff like that and whatever. When they're set upon in the comments by these people that will tell you the wall ain't blue, it's red, automatically, if you're weak-minded, that person that said it was racist now, that black person turns around the next few weeks and they're like, well, I'm not sure if it's racist, you know.
My God!
It's a madness, blood. People are being mind-fucked out of here to avoid the truth. You hear me?
Well, this is why I was going to go back and forth with him and tell him about himself, but then, in fact, I did. I said, listen, mate, I've got children. I ain't got time to go back and forth with you. But I removed my comment because I thought, you know what? I don't need to entertain you. You sit there and think what you want with your cup of tea and beans and bacon. I am gonna go and carry on with I'm gonna carry on with my day. I ain't got time for it, mate.
Why is it? My argument is no disrespect. If you're not for the black people, or you don't look at us as equals. You could be another race, another culture, and you like everybody. So when you see a black person in pain, you're like, nah, man, let me go on this page, pay homage, show respect, show empathy. These people clearly ain't those kind. Why are you on the page? You're on the page to troll people. That's why you're here. But you don't know about the black experience. So when that happens to somebody, it's not your place to come on there and challenge it and say that it wasn't racism, blood. I'm a black man, bruv. I ain't been in a designer department store and know what it's like to walk in there and no security follows me, blood. I don't know that. So if white people set up a page and were saying, oh, I love the fact that I can go into Selfridges or, I don't know, what's the Macy's or wherever in America, and the security don't follow me when I'm walking through the designer section, I'm not going to go in there and put in there and challenge nothing because I don't experience that, blood. So it's not my fucking business.
I'm glad you bring that up. That happened to me before. I was in Saks Fifth. I went go buy some Gucci sneakers and some Pradas and some shit. Yeah, I bought some Pradas and some Gucci. As soon as I walk in the store, they following me around the whole time. You hear me? So I'm like, why the fuck y'all? I just looked at them and followed me. But these fucking idiots, they all following me the whole time. Look at the white guy. The white guy dead ass looked at me like this. I just laughed because I could have been like, yo, you watch me, but you know what the white guy did? Took off his shoes, put in his dirty shoes in there, walk out there with brand new products, walked out the store. So me, I started laughing. And look at me. The guy said, what happened to the other guy? Oh my God, they look at me. Oh. And I was like, yo, fuck are you? You see? Pay attention to me. A guy just ran up. Why you ain't tell me? I'm like, for what? You busy watching me? The guy can't out the shoes. You busy watching the black man and the white man stealing it towards time. I pay for my stuff. I already know the problem. But then years later, they said Saks Fifth always do that. Anytime a black person go buy something, they run, chase them, and mess with them.
That's what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying, you get me? And people are stupid enough to feel like, like white people ain't involved in no crime, bruv. Come on, bruv, let's be serious, bruv. And I'm not just targeting them. Every demographic of people, every race has a proportion of them that do negative shit like steal or fraud or whatever it is, blood. Everyone, there's no pure race out here. So, blood, stop being stupid. Save yourself the embarrassment. When you jump in comments or when you're security and you're following flipping just the black person and not watching the other people like they don't do something, you're an absolute fucking dickhead, mate.
My God!
Big fucking fool, man. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying, you get me? So, yeah, all right. Genius is balling, say he wants to go to bed. He's saying it's his missus, but we know that it's him.
My God!
You get me? Nice one, Genius, but yeah.
Put that up.
Hour 26.
Yeah, see you, blood. Next time we do an episode, I don't want to hear nothing about no time limit with you, Nothing, bruv. I'm going to give you smoke, you get me?
My God!
Trust me, you know what I mean? So, yeah, all right then. So, we're going to have to close up there, Big Crypt. Creative thoughts, Genuisdan. So people, I think we're going to touch this topic again in the near future and, you know what I mean, touch on certain points that we needed to touch on because I think this topic is so wide, it's so broad. You get what I'm saying? So, hope you took on the message from here. I hope nobody was offended and feels that we was being attacking towards any race, any group, whatever, you know what I mean, that weren't the case. We're talking our experience, and we hope that you guys are mature enough to understand where we was going with this. It's about bringing awareness. It's about cancelling out those people that try to tell us that there's no such thing as racial stereotypes, or even have got balls small enough to say that there's no such thing as racism.
Heard that.
You get me?
Yeah,
So,
heard that.
yeah, that's a frequent thing, you know what I mean? We're not stupid. You're not going to change our minds. We're not weak-minded. We know what we experience. We live this thing. You don't live this thing. You get me? And you might look at us as, you know what, they're just pulling the R card and all these kind of things. It's not pulling no R card, bruv. We're just saying it as it is. And we're allowed to have a space where we can speak. So, if you are a person that's offended, even though we're not being racist, and we have mixtures of friends and we have mixtures of followers and You know what I mean? People reach out to us in our DMs from all different backgrounds and all different races, and we got time for all of them because we love people. If you're a person that don't like what we're saying, you know where the unfollow button is, blood. You know what I mean? Yeah? So
before we go, what advice can we give to people? Because obviously we can't leave without giving advice in terms of what people that are being harassed constantly should do in an event.
Well, in any situation.
Yeah, if they've been constantly harassed by the police.
But it's not just the police. There's other situations, because one of the biggest harassment experiences is within the workplace.
My God!
You know what I mean? So, what I would say, I couldn't tell you rights like that, but what I will say is, if you're being harassed by the police, like Genius says, watch your body language, because body language is everything to them. You can talk firm, don't swear, talk firm, give instructions, tell them if you don't want them to be too close to you, you don't want them to be too close to you. But make sure you make it clear that you're willing to cooperate from a safe distance. You understand? Yeah? Cooperate with them, give them your details. Once the details come through, am I being detained or not? More than likely, if you ain't got a criminal record, or if you have got one and it's not fresh, they're going to allow you to go, innit? And then you just make your way peacefully without antagonizing and go about your business. But I will definitely encourage anybody that's being stopped unnecessarily, even if they're frustrated, to remain calm, speak firm, but remember, just have a little bit of respect in your firmness. Do you get what I'm saying? But you need to sort of guide these police officers with your give them instructions as to how you're happy to cooperate. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel that you should be fine. If they continue to do what they're doing, obviously, then, you know, you have phones with cameras on it. Take it out. You get me? If you can't manage to get your camera out in time or whatever, you can record the audio. Do you know what I mean? You know, tell the officers that you're recording. You know what I mean? So they're aware, and then they would obviously be mindful and probably carry out their practice in a little bit more of a professional fashion, because they know that you are recording and they won't mind what they say. Do you get what I'm saying? Take badge numbers, names, follow up, whatever. If it gets that deep and it looks like, you know, you're going to have to go to court to challenge something, then you can go, if you haven't got the money, find a no-win, no-fee solicitors who will advise you on whether you have a case or not. If you ain't got a case, it's not in the solicitor's interest to take on your case, because if you lose, they get no money. If you're going to win, they'll be happy to take on your case, but they're going to take a portion of the sum of compensation that you're going to get. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah? In terms of the work...
Like I was saying...
Go on.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, go on, carry on.
But like I was saying, still learn the law. We all need to do that. Learn the law and learn your rights in whatever profession you are in, to cover your back as well.
100%. And if you're a person that don't like to read dialogue, because dialogue can be boring for people, find a credible source on YouTube where you can sit down, watch a video in the background, because believe it or not, even though the video might be, 45 minutes to an hour long, if you watch it enough times, you'd be amazed how your subconscious mind takes in that information. So you don't have
me, boy.
You know what I mean? You don't have to read no more.
I hate reading.
You know what I mean? In terms of the workplace, racism is out there in the workplace. Discrimination is in the workplace. I would urge any person in the workplace, whether they feel they need it or not, to invest in a union rep.
My God!
You know what I'm saying? Yeah?
If some get kids, you get money.
There you go. So even if what I would say is, don't go for the regular ones on their list. Yeah? Because I will tell you this. Those ones on their list usually have come and represented other previous workers in that situation, so they have a relationship with your employers. When you've walked out the door, they will contact each other and they will organize, more than likely, how far they will take it without your knowing. And then when you turn up again, they'll be like, you know what, I don't think they're going to do this, I don't think they're going to do that, maybe you shouldn't go tribunal, you're only going to get this much, so you should take this much. Get one off of their list that's obviously credited, that haven't got a relationship with your employers, and when they go in, they will fight for your rights tooth and nail. And if you are eligible for confrontation, they will make sure that you go and you get the full compensation package. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you evidence and record everything in the workplace. You know, I'm not saying take out cameras, but if somebody's disrespected you, carry a notebook, man. Write it down. When you send an email, send it straight to your union rep. Make a thread, you get me? So anytime something happens or anytime your workplace contact you over a situation where they're discriminating against you or they're trying to set you up, copy the email, send it straight to your union rep. If your workplace want to contact you and you're being harassed too much, tell your workplace, my union rep's involved, don't go through me. If you want to message anything to me, message it straight to my union rep. I'm happy for them to correspond. You see how quick they stop their fuckery because they realise, so you know what, they're presenting evidence, you know what I'm saying? So do it that way, you understand? And if you're being dealt with in a negative fashion, that's against the book. Also, you need to get the booklet of their policies and stuff like that too, which your union rep will ask for as soon as you sign to them. That if you're in a problem, they'll be like, you need to get their policies booklet for me. Ask them to send it. And they'll go through everything and they will pick where your company is fucked up and not followed their own policies and procedures. My God, my God! You know what I'm saying? So it's in everybody's best interest, especially if you're a person of colour or you have any situation where you could be discriminated against if you're not of colour, whatever. You could be elderly, you could be disabled, whatever it is. It's in everyone's best interest to sign up to a union rep because you never know when these fuckers are going to try and take the piss. How's that sound, genius?
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
All right, so people, I hope you took some lessons from what we're saying here. You know what I mean? I know it went a bit left and a little bit right, but I'm sure there was enough gems in here to make you understand what I'll go on and give you some, you know, some insight as to how you can improve or manage certain situations and that. And if you didn't know what black and ethnic people go through, you know, I think we put out enough examples of what goes on for us, you know, how there's negative stereotypes affect and impact us, do you know what I mean? Especially when it comes to like the Metropolitan Police. But in the meantime, between time, I'm going to say thank you, Creative, thank you, Genius, and thank you to the big OG, Big Crypt, yeah, for joining us today, yeah?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, of course, man, you know what I mean? But in the meantime, I'm going to say it's goodbye from me, Verbz.
Bye from myself, Genuisdan.
Bye from me, Creative Thoughts.
Big Crypt, I'm out. You feel me?
Yeah, man, and we'll see you guys next week on the next episode of the Triggered Thoughts podcast.